Good morning from a little campsite just out of Hay, is where we got to yesterday. Big day on the road. We're going to try and get to Wollongong today, which is a bit exciting because we're going to meet up with Steve and Sky from Bush Barrier. So you'd know that we've been talking to these guys for years, big promoter of their products. Only met them for the first time in Sydney at the show this year. So I said we're doing this too, and he goes, oh, if you're coming past the Gone, stop in. So it means we've got to knock out 670 Ks or something like that today. So we're all getting up early for once and hitting it. So yeah, family's doing showers. Oh, and look who joined us over here. We've got one more to add to the convoy. This always happens at Christmas. So that's a bit exciting. And it was fun getting into camp too. So have a look over here. It's all like hard sort of ground, or it feels hard when you walk on it because it's all like cracks and things through here. So you can see water has got here. And as I found my camp spot last night, it's like, oh no. Started to go in here, so I was going to end up at the road up there, but yeah, basically got to here, chickened out, started to reverse back and thought, this looks like a good spot to stay tonight, and just left it there. So in a minute, I'm going to try and work out how to get out of here, but I reckon it has dried up marginally, and the rear wheels are on firm ground. It's just the front that's going to spin a bit. How cool those bush barriers, man. But whenever I do travel, I try and use the water up here first. So I was going to give you, after the comments of the last video, a bit of an action shot of how this whole pump works. So I know that the tanks have been used overnight for showers and this morning. So I'm going to pump some water out of here to get it off my tow ball with this little pump. That's what it is. Anyone wants to know? 11 litres per minute or something like that. Yeah, just so I can lighten up the front end of the van. So this is the process. And there you go. Now it's pumping into the van. 2 tanks of water, or 20. And before, my jockey wheel was firm on the ground. Now, have a look at that. So I've taken weight off the front for sure. All right, it's time to get rolling. Typical kind of a lunch stop. We're about halfway to Wollongong now, and just pulled over to make some snacks. We've had to fill up a few times. Gee, it causes some drama when 4 patrols, all bush barriered up, go into a servo with caravans on and then suck all the premium out of the joint. Yeah, we're not on the shy side. What's cooking over here, Steve-o?
Toasties, mate.
Oh, look at that. Gee, that's a pretty good looking one. I think you've done that before.
Well, I reckon we have. Got the temps just right.
All right, I'm going to see what's going on over here.
Oh, hello.
All right. Hey, nice trick. See that? So I've been using a bit of this stuff lately, ghee. I don't know if you've seen that before, but you don't have to keep it in the fridge and it doesn't go rancid or anything. So that's been good for the whole travel thing. And I can tell you, as good as the pink salt is, it doesn't go well in the fridge. So you can't grind it out because it freezes or whatever. Pepper wasn't so bad, so I need to find a new home for the salt. This is where I get ideas for products here, so kind of where all this came up from. But next I want to work out a cabinet that goes next to the fridge cabinet. It will have a bottom drawer with probably the same dimensions as this one here, but then above that it's going to have another drawer, and when you pull it out, it's going to have a place for everything. So all your cut plates, bowls, knives, forks, salt and pepper, ghee, will like have a little cutout in the timber, like so nothing rattles around, and you know if something's missing because you pull it out and there's a hole that's got there's a missing hole. So that's the project for 2024, to get the right hand side drawer set up for Y62. We did indeed make it to see Steve and Sky, and we have a rule at Dash Off Road. If it gets dark, no filming comes out, because it was quite festive last night meeting up with these guys. Total legend, so hospitable. We decided not to drive, so we're like just on the side of the road here at the moment. But it's New Year's Eve. We're going to work out what we're going to do. So yeah, we have no plan at all what's going to happen. So we'll have to get a cup of tea, because we do have to recover a little bit, and work out what the plan is. Because we're going to buy food today for the next because we're going to be bush for the next 5 days now. So, all right, work out what the next plan is. We're going to go over that soon. That's famous.
See?
That's the Sydney Harbour Bridge.
Oh my gosh. I don't know how to get a photo of that.
I'm filming, Ashlyn. It's all good.
Uh-oh.
Hold up.
So that blue building to the right is the Sydney Fish Markets. That's on
Check out the traffic. Oh my god.
Screw that.
This is like overwhelming. How much traffic is standing still, and we're moving, and a GPS, and follow Charlie and changing gears. I must admit, like, I'm a full-grown adult, and it's overwhelming seeing a city this big, let alone taking a patrol in a caravan, or 4 patrol and caravans through inner city Sydney. Well, I know we look like we're insane, but our kids have never seen the Harbour Bridge, and so we're cutting through. Oh, it's Darling Harbour.
Darling Harbour.
We're cutting through all of this just so our kids can be on the bridge. Hopefully.
All right, Harbour
Another
Bridge,
tunnel.
straight ahead.
Okay, but we're going down.
What? Are we going under it?
No,
Believe how quiet it is, Charlie?
I don't know. We're just
Sorry?
going
Believe
underneath
how
the
quiet
building.
it is? Hey, this is not the Sydney, this is not the Sydney I know. It's insane. Like, I've never ever in my
Wait,
life
how?
seen this quiet.
They're
I
just
mean,
saying
it's
how.
Sunday too.
Oh, look, this is the
What is-
curly.
Yeah.
overpasses and underpasses. We're like, there's things going up and over and around and everywhere.
There's things always.
Are these
There's planes in the air.
Are these like big companies?
I'm starting to feel like Crocodile Dundee.
You're about to enter the Harbour Bridge.
Here we go.
So if everyone's to look to the right after the blue building, you'll see the Opera House.
Oh, the Opera House.
There's
I don't know if Wiki Camps has got free camping on the Sydney Harbour Bridge.
There, the opera thing.
Opera House to the right.
There it is.
No, from a distance.
I can't.
oh, I can't see it.
It's around here somewhere.
Look at the crowd in front of the Opera House. Yeah,
I
it's
can't see
raining.
the opera house. Ashton, you're like right in the way.
There you go, Steve. I told you. There's train lines on it.
Ashton.
Train as well.
We're over here. You're so close to clipping those things, and so are we. Oh my god!
Oh, holy moly, that is narrow.
Wait, what's this bridge?
You clipped one.
Why is it so narrow?
What's this bridge called?
This is the Sydney Harbour Bridge.
Are we gonna be able to like see the?
All right, how many did I clip, Steve?
I reckon you missed them all, mate.
Oh, double decker bus.
Out of all the lanes to choose.
Yeah, you just clicked it, that one.
Oh.
There's about 3.
So,
Speed limit camera ahead.
thank you, Siri. So, we're now on the northern side of Sydney. Went and had a pub lunch and finally had to start working out where we're going to stay tonight. Around the Gloucester kind of area. But it's pretty tricky, like everything's booked out as you'd guess. But after a few phone calls, we found a place called Mount Nalindra. I'll put it, the little Wikicam link to it. And that looks like it's going to be our place for New Year's Eve. So stocked up on a bit of food, booze, and basically this is going to be our New Year's Eve before we go to our most northern part destination. I'll tell you what that is later, and get into it. But I'll tell you, these roads in northern New South Wales have really tested the vehicles in every way, like for braking capacity, acceleration. Of course you could do this without a supercharger, but even with the supercharger it was a challenge. Just the windy turns, pulling out of things. I'm using every gear, like we really use the cars to their limits today with how much weight we're carrying. So now it's time to kick back at camp, set up and chill out for New Year's Eve, the last night of 2023. We've made it to Nalindo, which took way longer than it should have, and as per usual, we've made a bit of a ruckus as we empty the campsite, but we are getting better at this. So when we've got a bit of a configuration, we set ourselves up. You'll see through here, I'll duck in a bit of a square rectangle pattern. It's like an old school caravan. Awnings out. I think we might get some wet weather tonight, but I think this will make a pretty good New Year's Eve spot. It is jealous of electric awning.
There we go. Let me get the remote out.
All the big games happening right now. It's very far from midnight, but as I said earlier in the video, the camera stopped rolling after dark, so it's a bit naughty now. We're going to finish this video on New Year's Eve 2023, and there's massive things coming in 2024, and I can't wait to tell you all about them. So right now, we're going to say we're out, and Happy New Year for 2023-24. Yeah.